afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another Wednesday. We're here live for all of you for another session of Coffee Break. And of course, this session will not be a session without my co-jocks or colleagues with me. Of course, I have to call them in. Tawagin ko na sila. Hi, DJ Shai. Hi, DJ Nick.
Hello, DJ Chloe.
Hi.
DJ Chloe, thank you for making time for us. Alam namin busy ka sa cakes mo. Wow!
Grabe.
Natikman ko
Halata
na.
ba?
Sobrang sarap.
Halata na ba sa eyebags ko?
Hindi naman. We just always see your stories, your posts.
Right.
Subtle plug na to actually na si Chloe nagtitinda ng mga cakes. So baka naman guys, gusto nyo.
Ganun talaga. At saka kailangan, pagdating din sa posting, kailangan gandahan natin. Kailangan may standard tayo. Diba? And that's what we're gonna talk about today. That's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about standards. Yeah. We're gonna talk about standards when it comes to relationships. So I'm gonna ask you both, kahit sino pwedeng maunang sumagot. Do you have any standards when it comes to dating? Dating muna tayo. May standard ba kayo? Kasi you guys, ito na yung era nyo ng swipe left. Di ba?
Right.
Ito na yung era nyo na actually, mas maganda nga ngayon eh. Kasi if you're looking for love, you just have to find the right app.
Totoo yan.
Di ba? Eh, no panahon namin, wala. You have to find the right, right places to go. Hang out, the right hangouts, yung mga ganun. So, do you have any standards ba when it comes to dating muna tayo? Go.
Go, Nick.
La. Parang
Ikaw muna, Nick.
I can only speak for myself. Feeling ko naman lahat meron. Pero again, for myself, mas nagkaroon dahil nga sa social media. Tingin ko mas madali ka kasing makapag-set ng standard mo, meeting a lot of people virtually. Ayun. Oo, nagkaroon naman ako ng standard. Dati siguro wala. Dati wala. Nung college, feeling ko wala. Sige lang.
Lahat naman yata.
Yeah, I think
lahat naman yata walang standard nagsisimula. How about you, Shai?
Yeah, I think in general, tama si Nick na everyone naman talaga siguro has a standard. Pero alam mo, I had this one friend before, pero I don't think gano'n na siya ngayon. But at some point of his life, he was like, wala naman, if a girl hits on me, I'll hit on her back. Parang gano'n. Nagkataon naman rin kasi gwapo yung lalaki. So parang very hittable on naman rin talaga siya. So like, but he did really not have any standards. Like, kung sino lalapit sa kanya, like, yeah, we'll see where it goes. Parang ganun lang siya. So, yeah, just to contrast a bit lang what Nick said. But anyway, as for me, definitely, I can speak for myself to say that my standards talaga ako at talagang nowadays, it's a bit more tricky. It's a bit more strict and bendable, if that's a word. Less malleable.
Unbendable. I like that word.
So, yeah, there.
Okay, dating pa lang yan. How about sa romantic relationship? Syempre, mas may standard na, di ba? Ano yung mga non-negotiables? Of course, number one, political affiliation, di ba? Shai, would you like to go first?
Pero totoo.
Gusto ko yun. Nag-confirm tayo agad doon. Politika. Or ako siguro yun nga, values siguro and beliefs about human life and experiences ang general. Pero alam mo yun, basta feeling ko, dapat lang same yung wavelength namin. Ayan. Importante sa akin. Hindi negotiable talaga yun.
I agree.
How about sa physical appearance? May standard? May standards din kayo?
May kahit konting slight deviation, okay lang.
Ano ibig sabihin nun, Nick? Ng konting slight deviation.
Barbie doll.
Okay lang, kahit medyo
Ganon si Nick.
Slightly, ayoko mas...
Mahirap na.
Kunyari, ako sobrang hilig ko sa medyo chinita, singkit.
Ganun na lang. Tell us what your standards are. Physically.
So, ayun. Kaya nga puro Asian, di ba? Puro.
Okay.
Pero feeling ko, ayun nga, pwede naman yung, ewan ko.
Marami biglang gumano, no?
Tag ba ni Nick chinita? Chinita ako!
Medyo ganun, chinita. Pero, we don't end up naman talaga dating that person you you wanted to. So, ayun. Kasi nasa utak natin yun, nasa pictures lang siya. But basically, when you're out there, it's different.
Totoo yan.
Ay, gusto kong tanongin. Kasi si Shai matangkad eh.
Oo, exactly.
Diba?
I have that huge problem, honestly. Like, in my dating app profile, which I did before, hindi ko na siya ginagamit kasi tamad pa muna ako. But yeah, in my dating app profile, I really specified my height na.
Okay.
Kasi it's not just for me eh. Also, the guys don't like dating girls who are taller than them. So, to eliminate the wasting of time with each other with a, hey, hi, how are you? Where are you from? That's sobrang tedious task of getting to know each other online. I really just specify my height, and that takes up a big chunk of the guys who are 5'7" and below. Parang ganun. Actually, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm 5'7". So sorry.
But have you dated someone smaller than you before?
Yes, that was before I put my height.
Okay, got it.
Tapos,
okay.
Sobrang shock niya. Grabe, no? Tangkad mo pala? Tapos parang the entire time, syempre, nandun na kami. We're already on dinner.
Nakatingala siya, nakatingin ka sa baba.
Hindi lang yan, ma. He kept mentioning about my height. Like, it's obvious it's an issue for him. Like, tangkad mo pala talaga, no? Oh yeah, so yeah, how about work? How's work going for you? Okay lang naman, parang tangkad mo talaga, no?
Nagmukha bang duwende sa tabi mo?
Kasi siguro for most people when they see the both of us, siguro. Pero kasi sa akin, hindi na siya issue when we start to talk, ganun, blah, blah, blah. Pero yeah, like when you go on walks, talagang siguro that one guy, the shortest I've dated was siguro, sorry, my cat fell down, sorry. Ganito siguro kami. Ganyan.
What was his height? Around what?
Mga 5'4" siguro, maybe 5'3", maybe like that. Oo, tapos nakakainis pa kasi when we'd walk, he'd tiptoe pa, like he'd really tiptoe literally, like, dude, could you not make it more obvious na you're shorter than me? Like,
right.
Hindi ko talaga alam kung nang-iinis ba or
yun nga, I don't know.
Talagang nahihirapan siya sa height mo.
It was so weird, but the thing was, he was still trying to pursue me afterwards. So like, wow, ang ganda ko. Anyway, back to standards. Physical-wise, yun nga kung pwedeng taller than me, or at least the same height as me, kahit paano kung mag-flats ako, yun, there's no issue for the both of us. Tapos, gusto ko yung a bit, what's this, with the beard and stuff like that. Gusto ko ng ganon.
Mga goatee or mga ganon.
Like, Jason Momoa levels, ganon.
Scruffy.
Mga levels, guys. Grabe yung standard ko, no? But Nick is right. We don't usually end up with the standards we set. Sabi nga dito, may nag-comment isa na it would sound funny, pero gumagawa ka ba ng checklist sa mga standards na hinahanap mo? Sa physical, most of the time, yes talaga. I do make the checklist. But it doesn't have to be completed. Ganun.
Yeah.
At least like 1 or 2 pumasok.
Oo, ganun. Basta hindi masakit ang mata. Ganun.
So that's the slight deviation. How about naman for example sa inyo mga lalaki, Nick, when you get to learn that women have standards, do you find it hard? Halimbawa, there's this girl that you really like and then parang na-feel mo o nalaman mo na may standard siya sa lalaki, kailangan slightly mapera sa kanya. Halimbawa, ganon, diba? Slightly making more money than her, parang ganon. Do you find it hard to pursue these kind of women, yung mga ganon?
Honestly, ako personally, I like the challenge kasi. But over the years, I felt like that's wrong. Para sa akin lang I felt like it's wrong. Hindi naman sa nahihirapan, pero it's more on not being your true self. Alam mo yun, when you're with a person. Kasi parang, kunyari ma-feel ko nga na medyo mas material yung gusto niya, kunyari ganyan. Mas mapipilitan ka to share na kunyari, ito, parang, alam mo, ibebenta mo yung pagiging DJ na cooler than it actually is. I mean, our job is cool, but you know that we don't get as much pay as, as other jobs. And that's perfectly fine. We have to hustle, we have to grind. Yun, yung mga ganon. Parang, mas feeling ko, imbes na maging chill ako with her, it's a bit more
pressured.
Yeah, I could feel the pressure right now. I know,
Okay.
Ikaw naman, how about you, Shai? Halimbawa, for example, you're in this relationship already and you feel like hindi mo na meet yung standards ng lalaki that you're with. How do you deal with something like that? Yung parang, yung ganon.
Napapaisip ako dun. And I realized that before, let's say maybe 3 years back, a couple of years back, before, when I'm starting to like a guy at nalaman ko nga na he likes this, he likes that, yun nga, same thing with Nick na I've become insincere and I try to live up to those standards kasi alam ko hindi naman talaga ganun. Like for example lang, sabihin niya na, grabe, I'm such a movie buff. Like I love Steven Spielberg movies, So ako, i-google ko agad ang mga Steven Spielberg movies na Jurassic Park, ganun na. Yeah. Just to be impressive and just like, for him to think na, okay, this girl is really my kind of girl, ganun. Pero eventually over the years, it became tiring. And yeah, recently, like, you know, if those are things that would really not interest me, kasi pwede naman rin na I'd get interested but if those are things that will really not interest me, and it's a big deal for you, it's such a turn on to you kung sakali ganun yung tao, like, I'm not gonna waste my time anymore. Wala na, I've really come to the point na pagod na ako, and if I don't fit the bill, it's fine. We can find other people. Ganun.
Yeah, or find another activity that you can enjoy together.
Yeah, pwede rin, ganun, no? If they're okay with that.
Kung meron, kung may
Nakakapagod. Tama si Shai, eventually you get tired. Because, you know, I've been with someone na ang gusto niya ay lagi akong magbasa ng mga dyaryo. Kasi mahilig siya sa mga intellectual conversations. So gusto niya kailangan basa ako lagi ng mga dyaryo, yung mga, you know, broadsheets and be aware of the current events. And you know naman, Nick, I really love watching Tagalog movies.
Right.
because I don't have time to go to the cinema to watch, you know, these movies. So yun talaga, oh my God, nagalit siya sa akin. Bakit yung mga pinapanood ko and all? Eventually, napagod ako, nilayasan ko.
Yeah.
I
absolutely hate someone like trying to tell you na, or who invalidates your
na parang this is what you should be.
Yeah.
Totoo. Kasi there's one thing to have a preference, but there's another thing to impose what you want that you'd share together. Like, yun nga, kung sasabihin niya sa'yo na, ba't ka nanood ng mga Tagalog shows na ganyan? Corny naman niya, ito dapat. Like, itong gagamitin mo, itong panoorin mo na, you could do you, and I could,
That's a red flag.
Pwede naman, diba?
True. What if, like, for example, you're already in a relationship, and then, syempre, meron kang standards naman. Huwag na natin sabihin napakataas ng standards mo, pero mga madali lang namang ma-meet ng mga standards. But eventually, when you are already in the relationship, hindi na meet yung standards mo. Like, for example, lifestyle. Hindi na kayo makakain kahit sa fast food lang kasi, I don't know, baka iba naman siya pagdating sa pera or something. Like, yung mga goals ninyo in life, iba. What do you do? How do you deal with something like that? Do you think you just, you know, let go of the relationship or still work on it until such time na, you know, some of your standards will be met?
Go, Nick.
Ala, grabe lagi ako. Sige. Ang hirap niyan kasi...
Yeah, exactly.
Oo, lalo feeling ko pag hindi nyo napag-usapan. Kaya sobrang importante ng pag-uusap. From the get-go, you have to let her know or him know na ito yung plano ko talaga. Or okay na ako sa ganito, ganyan. Kasi kapag hindi, you'd always feel like, I don't know, parang derailed kayo, pero... Saan ka ba talaga pupunta? Saan ba talaga tayo pupunta? Maybe we're not on the same boat. You know, maybe we shouldn't be sharing the same train, right? So, yun yung mahirap na part. Kapag naging, pag hindi kayo nag-usap. Pag hindi siya napag-usapan.
Lalo na pag invested na talaga kayo, di ba?
Oo, tapos it's just comfortable. Alam mo yun, you just, because you spend every hour of every day together, pero wala talaga kayong pupuntahan. At some point, magkakainisan kayo. Honestly, feeling ko naman nangyari na rin sa inyo yan, sa inyo, di ba? So, magkakainisan kayo and eventually, you'd go your separate ways.
You know, I'm sure a lot of people would comment na, just talk about it, communicate. Ganun kasi like, for a few coffee breaks na actually when we've had these kinds of issues, majority of the comments were about, pag-usapan nyo lang and respect each other's decision. Those are so much easier said than done.
Correct.
True.
Lalo nang again kapag invested ka na, but they really don't align with your values, they don't align with what you want, and how you treat a certain situation, for example, like let's say
Yes.
finances nga, yun, we've talked about this many times before na kapag siya pala gastador lang and like pag may bagong PS5, bibili lang or mangungutang pa ng hindi mag-iisip, ganun, di ba?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
pag ganun, oh my gosh, I don't know how to deal with that. Natatakot ako.
Foundation from the very start. Kasi kunyari, like, you're expecting the person to change. Honestly, people will not change. I mean, people can change, but it takes a lot of time. And
Would bend a bit.
they can bend a bit, right? But it's not your job to change them, to fix them. Alam mo yun? Hindi dapat lugi ka in the end. Like, simple things like, naalala ko, kunyari, pets. If alam mo kasi yung certain situations, right? There are couples who don't agree like having a pet.
Yeah.
Diba? So, diba, yun yung pillar nyo, yun yung foundation. Dapat napag-uusapan nyo na rin, I mean, malaman mo na rin yung perspective niya on having a baby. Diba? Baka kasi ayaw niya ng responsibility. And then, you spent so many years in that relationship. Tapos ang ending, hindi naman magiging kayo. Difficult.
Diba? So, ayan po. So, guys, in short, wag na po tayo magkaroon ng relationship, ha? Para wala nang problema. Okay, thank you so much for this episode of Coffee Charot.
Tsaka hindi, alam mo yun, minsan madali lang sabihin na pag-usapan and all, pero what if the other person is not so confrontational?
Yes,
Kasi baka mamaya pag sinabi mo, yung isa naman, iba naman yung maging, you know, sometimes we're not responsible as to how the person will understand or take what we're saying, diba? How they understand or perceive it. So, baka mamaya masaktan, parang masyado mong pinapamukha or anything. Mahirap din na basta lang pag-usapan. I think it's really hard to, siguro kung meron kang standard, siguro yung mga medyo realistic lang naman, ano? Wag na yung sobrang, alam mong mahirap abutin. So, anywho, what if, like, for example, have you ever thought of this? Like, what if the standards naman that you've set is not meant for you? Kaya, whether it's with the person that you are with or you want to settle with, or the kind of relationship that you have, what if it's something that's, tingin mo it's not meant for you? We'll just, you know, let go?
Take it away, Nick.
Talagang nauna lagi
Grabe pressure. Feeling ko as you grow older, mas madali na. Mas madali mo nang ma-figure out yun na mag-let go. Oo, kasi ewan ko, lalo na pag nafe-feel mo na you're wasting time. Parang feeling ko nga more than the finances, yung time talaga yung nasa isip na natin when we get older. So kapag hindi talaga siya mag-work out, if you think that you are not headed to the same direction, and point B and other points, ayun, might as well let go. Mahirap na when you fall, when you're in too deep, diba may ganyan kanta ng mga 90s. So naman yun, when you're already in too deep, it's difficult to, you know, get out.
I think okay lang kung ano lang kayo, kung romantic relationship lang kayo, but what if eventually it's too late na nalaman mo na iba pala and you're already married? Shai, paano yun?
Ha? Pinapahirapan mo kami sa mga tanong, Chloe. Ayaw ko na magka-joke pagkatapos nito. Yun nga when you're married na, there comes a point, feel ko lang, not just even when you're married, like even when you're just a long-term couple, there comes a point where you just tolerate some things of that person. Tolerate or just even avoid some issues with that person.
Right.
Like, yun nga, na kapag sobrang clash yun ng opinion at wala lang kayong magagawa, alangan naman na you'll just break up because of that. Parang ganun. There are some situations where you could say that, napakababaw para pag-breakan namin. So like, what do you do about it? Can you just, you could just avoid it for a while because yes, it's gonna be only for a while because you cannot totally completely avoid it for the rest of your lives, diba? But yeah, can you answer the question for me, Chloe? Yeah, since
ito na lang.
Kasi,
basahin ko na lang. Merong isang comment dito. Ano daw ba, Nick, ang standard mo talaga or standards mo sa isang babae? Okay, maliban sa gusto mo physically chinita.
Right. Okay. Honesty, kasi di ba may love yun, babalik tayo sa love language. Ako kasi, lahat naman tayo meron nun yung all 5 na yun. Pero talagang number 1 ko talaga yung physical touch. So, feeling ko, yun, someone, Ayaw talaga sabihin sa live. Hindi, syempre, I must be physically attracted. Yun na lang. Kala mo naman napaka-pogi ko, di ba? But at least,
Oh my gosh, you're so pogi, Nick.
there must be some form of physical attraction. I like hugs kasi. I like hugs, I like kisses, ganyan. So, importante sa akin yon na at least hindi awkward. Alam mo, yun man lang. Yun sa physical, yun yung number one ko. Hindi awkward yung feeling. Like, you just feel comfortable being intimate with the person. And I don't even just mean sex, right? I mean, it's just, the holding the hand and just hugging. Yun, kapag mafe-feel mo talaga if there's connection there. Tapos, number 2 is when you're talking. Kasi nga, feeling ko yung thousands of Wednesday nights you'd be spending together. Yung coffee breaks that you would be spending together. Kapag nagsisigawan na kayo sa over coffee, hindi mo lang kayo. Parang mali. Parang hindi na dapat. Oo. Yun lang naman yung standards ko basically. So, physical attraction and mental, ano tawag doon? Same wavelength.
Yeah.
Oo.
What if, you're getting older and you're still single? Shai, will you reconsider your standards kaya?
Yeah, that's actually a great question. I saw it in the comments earlier. What if you're getting older and still single? Will you reconsider your standards? If it's part of the non-negotiables, yes. Kasi if it's part of the non-negotiables, it's part of the negotiables pala, yan. Kasi yung non-negotiables ko, I think it's been the same ever since. Yeah. So, when I was dating on my teeny boppy years until now, kasi sinasabi ko, I'm still very young Yan ang press release ko sa mga tao. I'm still in my early 20s. So, yeah. Pero when, can't excuse me sorry talaga. But yeah, when I got older, nag-iiba yung negotiables ko, not because parang ano ba yan, parang pahirap naman yung yung maghanap ng jowa. I'll change things up. Not naman na ganun. More like I'm updating it. It's more like that na okay, I don't think this matters so much anymore. Yeah, let's just take it off. Like for example, what's a very mababaw standard? Like for example, although I'm not this kind of person na yun nga dapat movie buff yung jowa ko, parang ganun. He has to be very like into movies so we could always watch movies together. Mga ganun na those for me are mababaw. For me guys, for me na mababaw siya na I think this is no longer an issue kasi I can watch a movie on my own. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
So there are negotiables that can be changed through time. Kung talagang single pa rin ako.
Right. Yeah. But do you think that it's kind of universal na ang una talagang nawawala when you get older, tas single ka pa? Physical attraction, like physical appearance. Yung mga sinat mong standard.
Okay. Thinking about it. Feel ko there is really still some part of us who's still looking for something good looking
Siguro hindi na
sorry, yeah.
Siguro hindi na kung ano talaga yung sinet mo na dapat kailangan ganito. Parang pwede mo nang ma-forgo yung iba.
Yung hindi na siya chinita, ganun.
Oo.
Pero maganda pa rin, di ba? Mga ganun. Kasi I really truly believe also like for people who are really friends for a long time ng quote-unquote not very attractive. For example, I'm so sorry talaga guys. Pero yeah, na they still end up together kahit nagkaroon sila ng standard na dapat gwapo, dapat maganda. Parang ganun, di ba? So, feel ko, ang hirap ng statement ko. I hope you get what I'm trying to say here.
I do. It's difficult, no? Kasi nga, again, yung standard of beauty, we don't know if there's a universal standard for it.
Yes.
So, pag nag-set ka nga ng sarili
mong standard. Iba naman yung paningin ng iba.
Totoo naman yan. And napaka-judger lang natin kasi minsan pag nakita tayong couple, parang, bakit? Parang gano'n. I get you.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Kailangan niya magpasalamin, parang gano'n. Pero isang magandang comment dito, would these standards daw hinder building relationships, romantic man daw or platonic? Maganda yon. Tingin ko, in some ways, if you like really stick to your standards, kasi meron ako ibang tao na kilala ko na gano'n talaga. Na, hindi, pag wala talaga sa standard niya. Hindi, parang, hindi siya mababa sa level. Kasi ito yung standard niya
Yeah, which is what it's easier now, Miss Chloe, with the apps. Kasi nga, di ba, makikita mo na talaga lahat dun Actually, hindi ko nga, napaisip tuloy ako kung easier siya ngayon. Kasi, yung app, di ba, yung, ang tawag dyan, algorithm, di ba, makikita na nila kung sino yung mas fit sa'yo. So, puro yun yung ipapakita sa'yo. So, in a way, madali kasi hindi mo na kailangang mag-swipe left masyado. Kasi kadalasan nabibigay naman sa'yo, medyo fit sa'yo.
Better options towards you, ganon.
Right. So, baka ang mas mahirap na part ngayon, yung mamili. Dati siguro, mas mahirap humanap. Ngayon, mas mahirap pumili.
Mahirap na mamili, pero ang dami pa rin nagsasabi na walang mga karelasyon or anything, di ba? Ang dami pa rin, di ba? Ang dami pa rin walang makita na para sa kanila. And to think na nandun na, nakahain na, di ba? Magsiswipe left ka na lang. Meron bang swipe right? I haven't tried it, sorry.
The right means you're like into the person.
Interested. You're interested when you swipe right. And if he or she swipes right as well,
indulge me, please.
Ay, Nick, hindi ko alam yun, Nick. Pag-explain nga.
Ay, ako din nga, hindi pa tuloy ako nag-up.
But yeah, basically, swiping right means you're into the person. Swiping left means you're not. And then, if you swipe right, and then, sinabi ng app na nag-match kayo, ibig sabihin, he also swipe right to you.
Yes.
Wow.
Which means, like, okay, you two are into each other. Yeah.
When you know if you got, like, rejected there or you're swiped to the left,
no, hindi naman.
Do they let you know?
Hindi ka sasabihan na, this guy rejected you, ha? Mabait naman si app sa part na yan. Pero you will find out when, okay, I swipe left to this guy. Nakita ko si DJ Nick sa Tinder. I swipe right to him. Pero bakit hanggang ngayon, di pa rin siya nag-swipe right sa akin? So, malamang,
mas makikita mo doon.
Or hindi naman makikita. You'll just notice lang na hindi pa rin siya nag-swipe right sa'yo. Parang ganun. Hindi pa rin kayo nag-match. Ganun.
Okay. That's interesting. Kasi, ako, doon ako sa era na nauso yung mga pen pal. I have friends who got married. Yeah, I got friends na mga napangasawa nila, mga ka-pen pal nila. Talagang sulatan, ha? This was during the 90s. Tapos, merong iba na talagang, I have a friend na she was set to marry someone already and then she met someone online nung nauuso na yung internet. Syempre, yayamanin si girl, so okay yung, ano ba yung connection ng dial-up? So, laging...
Oh, yeah. Laging online siya.
Hindi natuloy talaga yung kasal niya because of that. Yeah. So, anyway, that's another story naman. Oo, hindi natuloy dahil dyan, diba? So, anyway. So, yun.
The guy is happy na now, but anyway.
That was like many moons ago. So, matagal na yun. I think they've moved on. So, anywho, final words na lang for our viewers when it comes to setting standards sa relationship or whether it be dating or relationship. What can you guys, say for example, advise or what can you tell, those sa mga age range ninyo?
Go, Nick.
Sige, ako muna.
Lagi go, Nick.
Ako lang. At pili ko naman, marami rin akong masasabi sa age range.
Oh.
It just has to feel right. Okay? It just has to
like
feel
that.
Right. Diba? And kapag may nakita kang red flags, wag mong anuhin yun. Wag mong palagpasin yun. Yun lang. Yun lang talaga.
Psycho pala, no?
For Nick, ano yung sabi mo about the red flags, diba? We actually didn't talk about it, but I feel we should have mentioned that at some point. But yeah, there are going to be red flags. There are going to be stuff that don't adhere to your standards, ganun. But it's really up to you to figure out which of those standards really matter, especially for the long run. And kaya nga may non-negotiables at negotiables, and I hope that you get to really stick to your non-negotiables. Kasi nga, again, those are what would matter in the long run. Kasi a lot of those negotiables are very fleeting. A lot of those are part of the kilig process and the butterflies in the stomach, and they're gonna be great for the first few months, even years maybe. But when you actually really go to the stuff that matters, when you deal with the stuff that really would matter to you, ayan, mag-aaway na kayo. That you're going to be thinking,
reality check na.
Oo, wala na, the dust has settled na, and you're going to have to deal with those stuff. You can't just brush those away. So, as early as you could, just put at the back of your mind yung mga non-negotiables mo. Whenever you go meet people, whenever you swipe right or left, whenever you get to paired up by someone. I don't know, but yeah, those lang naman. Ikaw, Chloe?
Parang connected yung topic natin sa topic natin last week. What was the topic last week?
I think it was medyo connected actually.
Yeah. Well, I will just have to agree with both of you. Although, yung dating ngayon, ibang-iba sa panahon namin. But I think, parehas pa rin naman. At the end of the day, whatever standards you have in dating or relationship, at the end of the day, always look at how the person will treat you, lalong-lalo na sa mga babae. Because that's very, very important in a relationship. It all boils down to how the person, he would treat you pagka magkasama na kayong dalawa. Kasi pag magkasama na talaga kayong dalawa, lalabas na yung mga sungay nyo and all eh.
True.
So, sabi nga raw galitin mo raw yung isang tao para malaman mo yung tunay na hindi mo na daw kasi mababago yun eh, kung paano magalit yung isang tao.
Oo. I saw this post. I'm trying to look for it right now, pero I wanted to use it for my ad-lib last time. But yeah, parang sabi dun na, when you're with someone, sobrang ganda ng quote na yun, but I'm gonna butcher it. But yeah, it's something like, you see how they treat the janitor and the CEO, parang ganun. If they treat the janitor the same way they treat the CEO, then that person has a good heart, is a good person. Pero like yun, if they treat the waiter really harshly, but they're so sweet to you, that says so much about character.
Na kasama pala yan sa standard ko.
Oh,
never,
actually,
ever.
Totoo, seryoso.
Pag nakita ko talagang nagsungit sa nagsiserve, sobrang...
Sa blue collar, di ba? Nainis talaga ako. Alam mo, that's part of my non-negotiables. Like, if you're greedy and Karen and a bitch towards the staff, the waiting staff, for example, sorry, you're not gonna get another date from me anymore. No matter how much you fit the physical bill, kahit 5'10" ka, kahit Aquaman levels ka, wala talaga. Sorry, bye.
Respect is a very important part because if he or she could respect that person, diba, mas may chance na he or she can respect you.
Exactly. Sabi dito, because a person who is nice to you but not to others is not a nice person. O, diba?
That is true.
Mali-mali kasi yung sinasabi ko. But yes, thank you for that.
That's really true.
That's true.
So anywho, it's another beautiful discussion with the two of you. I actually get to learn a lot of things whenever I get to have this session with you. Sayang lang no, hindi naka-join sa atin si Sam, but eventually I think she'll be joining us soon. So anywho, thank you once again for both of your time.
You're very welcome.
And I'll see you both again next week for another coffee break session. Now, before we end, I just would like to invite everybody, please make sure that you stay with us online and most especially on air, especially for our promo Easy Rock, Easy Cash. And soon, we're brewing something new for all of you, something that you really have to watch out for because it's going to give you and, of course, the jocks, all of us, so much fun online. All right? So, yes, Shai, go ahead.
Yeah, of course, aside from listening to us on air, don't forget to follow us on all of our social media accounts. They're at Easy Rock Manila because just like what Chloe said, we've got something brewing from the back burner, almost going to the front na talaga. We're really excited to get this thing up and going for you guys. So don't forget to be updated by checking out our social media accounts, Easy Rock Manila. Okay?
Right. And as always, of course, tune into our shows. It's Sam waking up in the morning from 6 a.m. till 10. Chloe steps in from 10 o'clock till 2. I'm from 2 to 6. And of course, it's Shai from 6 till 10.
Right. So thank you once again for joining us today. Till next time again. Maraming salamat po. Goodbye and God bless. Bye.
All right. Bye.